Hi, everybody. Welcome to Discover College Soccer. Today, I'm lucky enough to be joined by Todd from QwikCut. Welcome, Todd.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I try to sprinkle in some non-college coach podcasts to help folks along their journey. I've talked to some of the video platforms like Pixelot and Replayer and some of those folks, and then some other video folks and some highlight video folks, and I stumbled upon you guys, and you're here in Florida, so I got to show some Florida love. But you guys have an interesting kind of setup where you're doing some analytics for teams, but also some highlight player stuff. Kind of give me a broad spectrum of what all you guys cover.
So we've been videotaping in the state of Florida for about 20 years. Did a lot of soccer, and then the AI cameras kind of took over the soccer market. Um, we have a platform, a pretty robust platform, similar to Huddle. I tell people we're the alternative to Huddle, a much better price point, and we offer a lot more features, unlimited storage, and our analytics goes into detail with the stats where an athlete can filter on a particular stat and find that for the entire season and then build a highlight based on that. So if it's their assists or maybe it's scores or maybe it's shots on goal, whatever it may be, they can pull all those up very easily, watch those, and then move those over to our highlight editor and create a highlight with those particular stats. So they can create all their positive stats. They can create a highlight just of those stats. And then they can put the best of the best in a different highlight that they maybe want to showcase to college coaches.
Okay, cool. So if I'm, eh, so I help coach my daughter's '08 girls team, and we've got a VO camera. Shout out to VO because they do help sponsor this podcast. So got to give them some love when it comes to the AI powered cameras.
Mhm.
Um, so if we have our VO games, I can then just effectively I can upload those into your platform, and my daughter, an individual player per se, can then go through and filter out all their stats per game, per season, and then say, okay, drop this into still on your platform, drop it into a highlight editor and create an output of a highlight tape. Is that how that works?
Correct. But the real magic comes with us being able to give the head coach access to every college coach. So, and their assistants. So we go through and we update our college coaches list, and now you have a way to send that highlight or highlights, or just a stat sheet, or just communicate with college coaches. And so the athletes are allowed to send it to the college Twitter page for soccer, but only the head coach has the ability to send it to the coach's email address.
Okay. So it is if I'm a um if sorry, got the dogs barking in the background. If I'm a if I'm a team with a subscription, so does each it sounds like the coach has their login to be able to do that, but each player has a separate login as well. Is
So,
the
so the
subscription player based or team based, or how does that work?
it's team based.
Okay.
And so as the admin on the account, you can get into or grab anybody's highlights. So
Okay.
there's a team highlight page where the team admin can go and see all of the highlights that have been created or are under construction. And so what is coming out this summer sometime is a full-blown recruiting platform allowing the kids to go in, see every college at every level, see what the requirements are to play at that level. From the academics to the coach being able to sense whether they've got the ability to play at NAI, D2, D3, D1, and then the system will filter on based on your academics and your playing level, will give you a list of colleges that would be a good fit for you to be successful. And then that head coach can reach out to those coaches and say, hey, I've got a couple of athletes here that like what they see at your program, and here's their highlights.
Wow. Okay. That sounds like that's going to be a nice addition. Um, so in terms of the highlights, because I think one of the things I keep stressing to folks is, that's really that's the gateway, right? Like that's the way to get that first contact, or to have a coach get first interested. It's, people worry
Mhm.
about exposure and what leagues and showcases and whatnot, but you got to get their attention first, and that's generally going to be with that highlight tape. So what have you seen, or some of the, I guess best practices, if you want to call it, or things that kids have done to really help themselves stand out when creating that highlight video?
Well, I'll back it up. It's before the highlight gets created, you got to have good video. If you don't have good video, you're going to have a tough time putting together a highlight and circling what looks like an ant. That's me.
Yeah.
um, and so sometimes the AI cameras just don't get close enough to for somebody to analyze somebody's footwork or somebody's abilities, agilities. And so, you'll see a lot of parents at the soccer field trying to film their own kids. The iPhone shoots great, but you've got to be close enough in order to get good video with an iPhone. And so if the AI cameras are not calibrated, or they're just a little bit too far away, they're going to want to spend a little bit of money and have somebody shooting video of their child to get that great footage. You hate to have all of that money spent on great footage and then the kid doesn't do a whole lot that game. And so once you've got that great footage, that then our editor makes it easy. You can animate with a circle, with an arrow, with a fireball, or whatever it may be, and put down what agility you're wanting to show off for that part of the highlight.
Okay. Well, but in terms of just let's say we've got the video and it's good. What have you seen, kind of, again, maybe the best practices for kids in terms of creating that highlight, ones that get the most interest? What are some of the common themes you see running through those?
So be careful that kids don't get too caught up with views, other kids viewing. If you're showing this to colleges and that's what you want this highlight for, show your skill set. Don't show all of your goals or all of your assists, unless there's a little bit of variety in each one of those that can really show off your skill set. And so, make a list of what you feel your skill set is, and then go and find those clips. They may not be glamorous to the other high school kid that's viewing it, but that's what the college coach is going to want to see, is your skill set.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, it looks like, besides the stat breakdowns and the highlight builder through the team subscription, sometimes uh, you know, clubs over the country have varying ability to shoot video, or varying ability for the team to invest in certain technologies, but maybe certain kids, parents, families want a little bit extra. So it looks like you guys have some sort of highlight tape builder or service that you can offer for folks who maybe aren't that great on the computer, or don't know what to do
Mhm.
with it, or don't know where to start. Because I get those questions all the time. Is, okay, I don't know what to do. Where do I go? What can you offer folks who need that kind of help?
So, in order for us to build a highlight with, we call soccer a continuous sport. It's kind of like basketball, lacrosse. It's imperative that we have the stats. And so for us to do a great highlight, we want to have the stats done of those games. Families can upload their video. We'll give them a price based on 3 games, 6 games, 10 games, an entire season if we want. And then we can go through those stats and find the best of the best. We use a star system. So 5 star is the best play, 4 star is not, just underneath that, and so on, so that we can easily put the best of the best at the front of the video. You want to capture their attention. Um, you don't want a whole bunch of views that are only watching for 3 seconds. And you don't always see that when you're looking at highlights. Oh, I got 1,000 views. Yeah, but they shut it off after 3 seconds. 900 of them did. And
Yeah,
so you got to put the best of the best up in front so they continue to watch as long as you can capture their attention.
yeah,
Keep
definitely.
keep it short, 2.5, 3 minutes. That's all you're going to need. Some guys are insistent upon a 10-minute highlight. Nobody's going to watch that. Maybe grandma will, but that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. College coaches' attention spans, it's not so much their attention spans, just the time they have
Right.
to go through hundreds and hundreds of these. There's just not enough hours in the day. Um, well, what else have you kind of seen in terms of trends, whether it's around highlight tapes, around video, around recruiting profiles, or anything else in the recruiting space that maybe folks should know about?
Um, Clean up their social media if they need to, or create their social media. They need to advertise themselves, especially sports like soccer and lacrosse, where um, you really need to market yourself. If you're a standout, yeah, they might come and find you, but more than likely you're going to have to market yourself. So do that with social media and do it the right way. And then create highlights every time you've got video, create that highlight and post it out on social media. Our system allows you to post it on all of your social media. You can download the video. It doesn't cost you anything. Our competitor charges, I think it's $17 or $18 to download the highlight. We don't care what you do with it. It's your highlight. Get yourself out there and exposed.
Yeah, well, great advice. Well, Todd, I really appreciate you kind of giving us some insights into what you guys are doing. I'm looking forward to seeing the new additions that are coming this summer. And if there's any way we can help or anything else that new comes along, make sure to let us know and we'll get it out there, everybody.
Will do. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, take care.